Hello, Lee Bannister here, and I wanted to make a quick video on how to feel more confident. And why this is important, of course, is because if we feel confident, we're ultimately going to feel happier. We're going to feel that sense of fulfillment. We're going to feel more content. We're going to feel more aligned. So confidence is really important internally to feel confident. And also externally, if we feel confident, we're going to be more likely to take ourselves out of the comfort zone and get bigger results. We're going to go for those things that are outside the comfort zone. We're going to look to achieve more, and more likely to get more money, more likely to evolve, more likely to be doing things like speaking or public speaking. We're more likely to be better in our relationships if we're feeling confident, because we won't be doubting ourselves. So how do we feel more confident? First thing we need to recognize is that these feelings create our habits, and our habits then create action. So I'll say it again. Our feelings create habits, and then our habits create action. So if we're feeling positive about something, and we feel calm, and we feel collected, and we feel aligned with that, we're going to find it easier to flow and go and do that thing, right? That makes sense? If we're worried about people's opinions of us, if we're concerned that we might get hurt, if we're worried about our status might change as a result of this behavior, we may hold us back. So those feelings on the one side can be holding us back, keeping us safe, protecting us, which in many ways is a good thing too, but sometimes it can actually hold us back and prevent us in the good things, the things that we want to do. Like, I want to do public speaking, but I'm afraid. So at that point, we need to realign these things, and we need to start to look at things in a new way. Actually, a quick story I must tell you. My mum actually invited me up to go up to her house, and I said to her, I'm not sure if we can come up this weekend because I've been having some problems with the car, and actually there'd been this little red light on the dashboard, and it said something like TPS or something, and I wasn't even sure what that was. And it was starting to prevent me from getting in the car. I wasn't sure whether it was going to make it up to my mum's. And in many ways, this metaphor that I'm talking about with my car is a little bit like what can happen as to humans. We can end up with certain feelings that prevent us from going where we want to go, that prevent us from even starting that journey. So how do we become more confident? Well, the first thing that we can do is we can start to realize that things can dictate to us, or we can decide that we're going to do something about them, just like the car. I picked out the manual book, I had a look, I made a call, and I found out, it wasn't that important, and we could jump in the car and we could go to my mum's, and then after that, I got it fixed later on. So we can take action on these things, but as humans, what we want to do, like I did with the car thing, is we do two things. The first thing we want to do that doesn't help us is we run away, we hide, we ignore. We don't want to go there. We don't want to look at that painful thing. We don't want to think about that thing. We don't want to go there because it makes us feel uncomfortable. So we try and run away from them. And guess what? Those feelings don't go away, right? So how do we change that? We need to master our psychology. And the first thing that we need to do to feel more confident is to start to decide. To decide that I'm not going to be running away from my feelings anymore, because you can't run away from yourself, right? I'm me. I can't get out of this body. However, what you can do is start to solve those things and get peace about those things. So how do you do that? Well, one of the things that you can ask yourself, it's so simple, but don't judge me on it being so simple, but I want you to get this. Not only understanding, oh yeah, that's interesting, but master this one, is when a challenge happens, ask yourself how to solve it. How to. Just ask yourself how to solve it. How to get the solution. Because then your brain, this most powerful computer, will go and search for the answer for you when you simply ask yourself how to and get the thing that you want rather than get the thing that you don't want. What we often do as humans is we go about the things that we don't want, and then we bring that into our lives, and then we feel terrible. So how to remove the feeling would be how to get the solution. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to feel more confident, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.